So does COVID-19 cause long-lasting lungs problem?
Yeah, see, the most common complication of the COVID-19 is lung fibrosis, that is pulmonary fibrosis.
Mhm.
Pulmonary fibrosis, see, the COVID-19 infection, it affects the interstitium, as I mentioned before.
Mhm.
After some days, the interstitium will become fibrosed. So this results in the restrictive lung. Restrictive lung
Okay.
means since the lung can't expand adequately. There will be restrictive lung deformity in the lungs.
Mhm.
Uh, Restricted deformity in the lung. So it will be difficult for maintaining saturation. It's called as
Mhm.
pulmonary fibrosis. The most common complication or most dangerous complication is this thing, pulmonary fibrosis. And there are other complications too, like the recently everyone's have seen in the newspapers or in the TVs, the mucormycosis, and the secondary bacterial infection will be infect the secondary bacterial infection is present in the patients who are recovered from COVID-19,
Mhm.
like pneumothorax and many other infections.
Okay.
The oxygen taking capacity of the lungs will be decreased.
Okay. So even after we get recovered with the virus, and even after we get recovered with COVID-19, so we still have to take care of our lungs and ourselves, a bit more than we used to earlier, because it might be harmful. Okay. So what is acute respiratory? Yeah.
I forgot to mention one more thing, that is
Yeah.
cardiovascular complications of COVID will also be there, because
Okay.
that's why we keep on checking this D dimer levels in patients who are affected with COVID-19.
Mhm.
Uh, and in patients who are infected with COVID-19 or post-COVID infections, there will be some sort of this thromboembolic disease, some clots in the blood
Mhm.
which goes to the lung or even the brain or the heart also, that results in the blockage of the blood
Mhm.
causes pulmonary embolism.
Okay, okay. So we have to keep, I mean, medically, we have to keep ourselves,
Yeah.
visit doctors, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay. So now, doctor, also I would like to know from you that what is acute respiratory distress syndrome, COVID-19? If you can also please, elaborate a bit about it.
See, acute respiratory distress syndrome, it's been found during the Second World War. The soldiers or so people who are involved in the Second World War, it's almost like Vietnam, I guess. So they got affected with this ARDS. It's then termed as a stiff lung.
Mm-hmm.
Patient got dyspnea, that is, they were suffering from shortness of breath. So suddenly they were admitted to the hospital and adequate ventilation was provided to the patients. Even though their saturations didn't increase,
Mm-hmm.
so it's called as a stiff lung, because even after giving the oxygen, the lungs are not expanding without the
Mm-hmm.
saturation. This was then termed as the stiff lungs, and later
Mm-hmm.
on, due to the as years progressed, it's termed as ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome. In this, the main pathophysiology is diffuse alveolar damage. Diffuse alveolar damage is the main pathophysiology of this ARDS. And according to the Berlin's criteria, that is the criteria which we use to define ARDS, according to the Berlin's
Mm-hmm.
criteria, ARDS is defined as decrease in this partial pressure of oxygen, the oxygen levels in the body, decreased levels, even though after we giving adequate concentration of oxygen through oxygen cylinders or ventilators, something, as I told you before. Even
Mm-hmm.
after giving large concentration of oxygen, also the partial pressure of oxygen in the arteries, the blood, they don't increase. It is again graded into three types: grade
Mm-hmm.
1, grade 2, grade 3, depending on the ratio of PaO2 by FO2, the partial pressure in the body, and then the fraction of inspired oxygen in the lungs. PaO2 by
Mm-hmm.
FO2. It is again graded into the ratio is divided into three forms, that is 350, 250, and 150. If it is less than 350, it is grade 1, 250 grade 2, and 150 grade 3.
Mm-hmm.
So this ARDS in COVID, it occurs, yeah, because of this interstitial damage. Even though after we give adequate concentration of oxygen, the oxygen saturation doesn't increase. It's termed as respiratory failure ARDS.
So, with this, doctor, I would also like to know from you that, could smoking or vaping make you more susceptible to the COVID-19 harms or the virus?
Yeah, vaping is almost a ban in India, where in other
Uh-huh.
countries, the people vape, they take the vape. So vaping causes this sort of this disease named as chemical pneumonitis. They go into the lung and they destroy the lung. This is called as chemical pneumonitis. And in India, it's a ban in India. And coming to the smoking, obviously the smokers have bit decreased immunity. They have some changes in the lungs called as emphysematous changes. In the long term, smokers they will be affected with this disease known as COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be some obstructive defect. There are two types of defects in the lung. There is obstruction and restriction. So these smokers they develop obstructive lung disease. So obviously
Okay.
the saturations will below, the baseline saturations will below. If they are infected with COVID-19, the symptoms aggravate. The symptoms of shortness of breath aggravate very easily. The cough aggravates very easily, and the chest pain sort of.
Okay. So we have to be more careful regarding smoking, especially if we have got the virus.
I've seen, according to my personal, I've seen in my patients, the smokers, they develop this pneumothorax, that is the lungs, air in the lungs, air in between the pleura. But there is a covering between, above the lungs, that is the parietal pleura and visceral pleura. The air in this, between this parietal pleura and visceral pleura, that's the pleural space. The
Mhm.
air leaks into the space and it's called as pneumothorax. So it compresses the lungs depending on severity, and even the whole hemiplegic, one side of the lung gets collapsed, and these occurs in mainly smokers.
Okay, okay. I hope the audiences are listening, and I hope they're listening to you. And all the smokers out there, you really have to be careful, and you should actually, because of the pandemic that has happened and the virus that have come. So because of that, I think one should, everyone should quit smoking and should be more careful about their health.